Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Kevin from the Laser Hut. First thing I'd like to say is thank you very much to everybody who has hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, subscribe down there, stick the bells on, give me the thumbs up, and you'll see lots more of these videos. Now we just got a very quick project today. Effectively, I've been sent a logo by a customer who wants it turned into a logo on coat hangers. For children's clothes. So I thought I'd show you how we turn those logos that are sent to us by customers and make a laserable image out of them. Let's have a look on the computer. So this is the image that we've been sent from a company called Life's Little Twinkles. A lovely little image there of effectively a stitched button with some nice graphics in the middle, but to actually create this to a laserable image would mean a lot of tracing, a lot of work going into it. So what I do is I use specialist software from a company called Vector Magic, and what this does is we take an image, this particular image here, we drop it into this particular software, and what it'll do is it will look at all the shapes. It won't look at the fonts, it'll just look at the outlines, and it will create an image. And what that then does is becomes a nice black and white single line image that I can then manipulate to something that is a little bit more easier to work with. So the output from Vector Magic gives us this wonderful little line drawing, but unfortunately if I was to send that to the laser now, I've got no way of distinguishing between the stars, the text, the dashes around the outline, and also cutting the circle. The laser just wouldn't know exactly what to do. So what I've now got to do is separate out the different elements and give each element its own color. Each color will represent what the laser can do and what the laser will function as, whether it will cut, whether it will scan, and we can go from there and create ourselves a nice little image. What I've done is I've taken all the elements of the image and I've transformed it into various colors. Now I know it's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but each color represents something. So we've got the text in yellow, the highlights in the text are in magenta, stars are in cyan, the dashes are in green, and the outline circle are in black. And what this will allow us to do is assign each color on the laser to do something different. And hopefully that way we'll get a nice output. Right, so here we are. Here's the output of that file. So I've had a little bit of a brainwave. I actually don't want the highlight elements of the text to be touched. I want them to be left so it gives a bit of a better finish. So you'll see that there's no magenta in there now. That's fine. So the last thing we want the laser to do is cut. So I'm going to send that to the bottom of the pile. The first thing I want it to do is I want it to scan the dashes. So I'm going to put that to the very top. Then I want the text to be scanned in or to be engraved. So that's Chinese scan. Again, I'm going to do that at 35% power on both minimum and maximum, and the speed is going to be 400 mil a second. That's fine. And the scan for the stars is already in there, so we should be good. All scans are the same. The reason I separate them out is so that I can control it. If I want to do a different depth of scan, or I want to do some vector cutting or other such things, that's the reason we separate them out. I know effectively we could make all these exactly the same color and it would do exactly the same thing, but there are reasons why we layer them like this. So what I can now do is download this to the machine. We're just going to send it down called default, and it's going to say, do I want to duplicate the old one? Yes I do. There we go, it's now on the machine. So we'll head over to the machine and we'll run this test. This isn't going to be the finished object, this is going to be the test, and we'll see what it looks like. So here we are, it's on the controller. All the colours are in the correct order. So we're going to do the green dashes, the yellow text, the blue stars, and finally cut the black outline. All looks good to me. Let's run the test on a scrap piece of wood, see what it comes out like. Right, okay, so we've got the head aligned with origin where it needs to start from. We can turn some air on and we can run this test job and see if it is exactly what the customer is looking for. So there we go, 3 bleeps, says it's all done. To be honest, I'm not tremendously happy with it. The text just doesn't stand out from the stars, so I think I'm probably going to have to add a vector layer to really highlight that text, and I think we're going to have to just run it again and see what happens. I'll run it again and I'll show you what we get once I'm hopefully happy with it. Right, so there we go. Added a vector cut around the text, and as you can see, the text now really pops. So I'm happy with that. I'll take a picture of it and get back to the customer. Let's head back over to the computer. So as you can see, 24 hours and a change of clothes. This little project caused me a huge amount of problems. When I first went over to the laser and started running the video of the test, I suddenly noticed that the loops through the K's, the holes in the E's, and everything else that had a loop in it was filled in. And it wasn't engraving properly. So I thought to myself, okay, what have I done wrong? And I went through the entire drawing. I'm not kidding you, I took it apart, segmented it, took all the layers apart. I couldn't see anything. I was like, what have I done wrong? This never happens. Until 24 hours later, I suddenly realized, what if there was double lines on each layer? So I went through a few of the loops, and sure enough, there was. How? I don't know. Maybe in the conversion process, the software decided to put a double layer on top of each line. I don't know, but I went through each individual shape, clicked on it, made sure that there was no double line, and boom, Bob's your uncle. It actually works. And then of course I had to do the vector cut to make the letters pop, and eventually these things take time. It was all right. It's okay. So I can now take a picture of this and I can send that to the customer. So thanks again for watching. Not everything goes perfectly, not even here in the Laser Hut, but we get there in the end, and we get a superior product to the customer. Don't forget, people, subscribe with the button down below. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and we'll be back again sometime very soon to give you another project from the Laser Hut. Thanks for watching.